Hey, it's Dan McDonald. Happy New Year to everyone. Wow, what a wild ride the last few years have been, eh? So hopefully 2023 is a little less insane, but I wouldn't count on it. And although the end of the world is quite possible, you should probably still pay the electric bill, just in case. Because, as you know, with human beings, it's been the end of the world since we've been here, and the dang thing just keeps going. Although I would say, and I have to admit, that after 2020, 2021, and 2022, we are definitely much closer to the likelihood of complete annihilation of the human species. But until that time, let's stay healthy, okay? Because I consult a lot of people. It's not that hard to get healthy. It's actually simple, except for the unconscious programs. Also, the unfortunate nature of human beings to live in a dualistic universe. So, of course, we're using all this linear data. The people that do the linear data do better. The ones that really actually believe in the mathematical equations of health. And they have really great social media platforms, and they're very convincing. But beyond the linear, mathematical, intellectual data and concepts, what leads to health, beyond that is a much larger paradigm. And that's where we kind of go wrong, because we focus too much on the little stuff and not enough on the big picture. So we never get rid of those contrasting dualities within us. And it tears us apart because it adds to stress, and then you're always in the state of fight or flight. And the cortisol disrupts all your endocrine glands and all your hormones. And then you're whacked out. And then that might lead to infertility, or that might lead to some kind of disease and stuff like that. So really what we're trying to do here is to find a way to be calm. Now, remember the life regenerator, okay? That dude was always talking 10,000 miles a minute, but it was just that I wanted to cram in a lifetime's worth of knowledge into every video because I wanted everyone to get it. And that doesn't work too well in the long term. These little snippets and stuff for like a personalized career. My career is in the dumps because they pulled my YouTube thing, and now I'm just trying to figure out how to make my way back. And to be honest with you, you know, my experience with the social media is a love-hate relationship. The big tech, the censorship, kind of the negativity that sort of feeds the algorithms, that's the part that I don't like. You know, some dude at 3 o'clock in the morning telling you what he thinks of you. You wouldn't think that it would bother you, but you are a sensitive human being, and you've got your own unconscious issues that you're working on. Then there's the cool people, like, oh, people getting healthy, they really get it because they see that you really do mean it when you do this stuff, that you didn't start out with the idea, I'm going to go on raw foods and learn to detox and healing and health so I can make a career out of it. And that just sort of happened along the way. And so you really do think that this stuff is great. The juicing, the hydration, the electrification, the removal of all the physiological obstructions. But then as you dig deeper, you get more into the etheric type obstructions, you know, or like karma, helping people to find stillness and courage while their life karma is slowly being worked out just through living. That's why I wish people would be a little more cool to each other. You know what I'm saying? And then I have a lot of friends that watch these videos, and I'll run into them at the market. Oh, I saw your last videos. I wouldn't never think that they would watch my videos, but they do. And that kind of inspires me, because then I can say, hey, to my real friends in real life, which is the only thing I'm really good at, is real life. Living it, really being it. Just waking up at 4 in the morning, and then doing some satsanga, then doing some meditation, then some yoga, then making a bunch of juice, which I'll share with you a couple other recipes other than the lemon ginger blast. I can't imagine there's anyone new here, but if there is, the lemon ginger blast is 6 apples a big old hub of ginger. You'll see it as I go. Lots of ginger for DTM, very fresh, local ginger, just popping. So apple, ginger, lemon, fennel, arugula, dandelion, mint, and then I've got these local little hot peppers. So you can use a jalapeno, a habanero is a good one, and that's usually as high as you want to get. I wouldn't really recommend like a ghost pepper or anything like that because then your butthole will hurt the next day. Okay? But like a habanero, it's cool. Some people that's too much. Use a jalapeno. That's a nice flavor. It's a nice little kick. It's got the circulatory effects. So this is an all-over tonic. You've got energy from the apples. You've got the, circulatory benefits from the ginger and the hot peppers. You've got the mucus dissolving effect of the lemons. You've got the nutritive herbal healing properties of the dandelion, which is great for your liver, and the arugula, which is really good for your blood. And then I threw in a little extra cilantro. And then the mint is really good for your lungs. And is there anything else? I think that's about it. So we got a classic ginger blast today. And then what I've got here, what I forgot, what I normally like to add is celery and cucumber. I forgot the cucumber. Thank God I have one left. I use them all in these awesome juice recipes. I'll share with you more towards the end. We'll hang out a little bit today because honestly, I'm always in such a hurry and I don't like it. And I know that the attention spans are less and less, which is kind of like here's the conspiracy thing. That's like trying to make you till you can't pay attention. That's why oh, bummer. We got a bammer cucumber. Okay, hold on. It's not the whole thing, or it is, yep. The whole thing is bammers. So around here with the, so there's no cucumber in this one either. So no cucumber, no celery. The worms get into it, but that's part of the deal. So about like 1 in every 10 cucumbers has got a little worm in it. Sometimes you can cut it out, but sometimes it just gets in there and just tears up the whole thing back and forth. And so you got to throw the whole cucumber out. In fact, today it's more than usual. I actually threw out 3 cucumbers total now. Now I did juice about 10 or 15 cucumbers this morning with a couple other recipes that I'll share with you in a minute. But I'm just going to make the lemon ginger blast here and just catch up. New Year's Eve, hopefully 2023. It's like I said, is a little bit better, but whatever. Who cares? It's not, none of the negative stuff that's really going on is reality at all. It's not even real. It has no power. The power is at the center of your being to make your life the way you want, to see things from the perspective that you want. And the more expansive spiritually that your perspective becomes, the easier it is to look at this world of dualities and be like, oh, pleasant, unpleasant, whatever. It's not me. I'm the one I'm the eternal witness, and I'm just borrowing this body from the earth. And then the dualities are simply just to guide me back to the one. So use the dualities of life, to push you back into the center of your being to become what you always have been, which is a master at the top of the mountain. That's your deepest essence. You already are that. So you don't get to acquire it. And you're also not any better than anyone else, which is a kind of a phenomenon that I notice on Facebook a lot. I eat a certain diet or whatever. I'm so much more higher vibration than all these scumbag loser men that are eating meat or whatever. But none of that's really true. And it's all delusional narcissism. And so don't be that. Learn from those people. Because they're like, I'm a teacher of the highest order and all this stuff. And it's like, you're teaching me what not to be like. So thank you. Because I don't want to be like that. Because I don't really want to judge anyone, to tell you the truth. And maybe I did that in the beginning. I thought I had to as a career, but now I don't. Because I've done so many consults and I'm good at it and I can help people with their health. And then this thing is more of a business card for consults or other products and services. Because there's no way I can tell you what you need to do because I don't really know you. And people write me emails, what do I do about this? And it's like, I can't really answer the emails because there's always so many questions that need to be asked. What is your lifestyle like? Who are you? What do you do? Are you stressed out? Because people are like, what juice do I drink for such and such disease? And I'm like, I'm sure it is not a lemon ginger blast deficiency that's causing you your problems. You see what I mean? So yes, you can use the food trip to energize your body and also use certain types of foods to have more of an illuminated and sattvic, simple, balanced mind, because the more complicated things are, the more complicated your thoughts get. So the more simple things are, the easier it is to observe the knots that are binding you. Then you can unwind them, let them go, and find ease in any and all situations. So that higher consciousness is really important, and I want to emphasize that continually, even though I am a huge advocate of living foods while you're in the human meat suit without causing yourself to be stressed out by it, and without thinking that you're better than other people because of the way that you eat, because it really isn't what goes into your mouth. It's what comes out of your heart. You see what I mean? And that is what we're trying to do, is have a pure heart. Then it's easy to forgive everyone, and then you don't have all these constrictions, and then everything loosens up, and then all the glands and stuff are functioning optimally because your nervous system and the energy of life just flows through, and then it doesn't get stuck here, there, everywhere, and that ends up causing some kind of cancer or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So we just got to be chill, cool, let go. It's like I'm just slowly becoming a nobody. When I first started, people might have liked it. I thought I was somebody. I had a huge ego. I'm the sexiest raw food guy and all this stuff. And I thought that my doo-doo didn't stink. Not too bad, but it was just, I was just making up for, perceived, they were just my own inadequacies, perceived inadequacies, And so I put on this shield, and that's what they're doing that's what the narcissists are doing on Facebook. I'm so good, that I'm a higher vibration than all these losers in the world. The world is a shithole, I'm better than this world. But you are the world. So you're just here temporarily. Hopefully you can make the world a better place by just becoming a better person yourself, And that's what we do, And it's continuous, unending. I guess some people have already made it. And the rest of us mere mortals are still working on just relinquishing duality to the one, so that we can surrender. Like, okay, it's because my friend, most of the things going on in the world are outside of your control. But there is this, you can control the way you perceive them as transitory phenomenon and connect to the eternal part of your being. And that's going to make life a lot better, at least for this one, because there has been a lot of growth. He's not as tight as he used to be. He ain't exactly, the most chill dude either, but way more chill than I was. And I like chill-ass videos like this because I'm tired of talking a mile a minute. It's too much information. You don't need any more information. You need someone to help you, if anything, to calmly and gently remind you just to let go of the information and to be yourself. That's really the pristine state. That's the divine state, is to be yourself. It's not the acquisition of some kind of, amazing rainbow and unicorn fluffy falsehood illusion. It's just simply being yourself, which you already are, which would honestly require the least amount of energy except for the conditioning of the mind, programming of society, and it's kind of like trying to keep up with the Joneses. And then as soon as you're okay with dissolving into being nobody and not important, your nerves and your back and everything just loosens up. And trying to be somebody is really, trying to be important, it's really stressful. It's just not good. But if you could just be simple and humble and not need to control others or have control, it's never power, because power is the one who masters themselves. You master your own appetites. And that is power. What's going on in the world is the desire for control out of fear and inadequacy and emptiness. So someone that's trying to control is simply empty, and has no self-control, which fulfills your cup to overflowing, to master yourself. So how about that for a video? Okay, 15 minutes, cool, and it won't take me 9 hours to upload it. That's why I haven't been uploading much. 15 minutes is cool. I'm going to make the lemon ginger blast next, and I'll post that next. Happy New Year. Peace.